Up next, we're going to talk about pretty lights?
No, security lighting upgrades.
Ah, security lighting upgrades. Up next on the Handyguys podcast. All right, Brian, so we have a bunch of different lights out here.
Well, not a bunch.
Table.
We got two out here that are representative.
Okay. A couple representative lights and some sort of light fixture over here. And, you know, Brian, we're starting out a new season here. And, you know, we're getting into the fall. It's getting darker outside. And you start to think about, you know, protecting items in your home, your driveway.
Right.
You've had a rash of burglaries recently in your area, and you're concerned about security, right?
Right. I'm thinking about security lighting, right? So here's what, you know, the solution has been forever, right? You mount something like this up, you know, in the corner of the house, and someone comes walking by and the light turns on.
So if you have
I was thinking of that.
Yeah, so if you have a fixture already, you would just buy a security light like this that comes on with motion, or you have some choices, I suppose.
Right. In this particular case, it's a motion sensor, and it only turns it on at nighttime.
Okay.
Makes sense, right?
Right. So what's wrong with this?
Well, I don't like the way it looks. Right?
Oh, okay.
It's kind of ugly and it's kind of obnoxious. And when I built my house, I went to a custom lighting shop and I put lights all around my house, by the front door, by the garage, by the door on the side of the garage, a couple on the back of the house, that were not inexpensive lights.
So you already have some nice lights, but you didn't have the security features.
have the security features.
Oh, okay.
So what I wanted to do was make them turn on and off with motion, but only do that at night.
Oh, okay.
Right? So it doesn't make sense to have a motion detector turn a light on in the middle of the day.
Now, is this a security light as well?
Yeah. So you can go to the home center and you can buy a light like that.
So it's a nicer looking security light.
It's nicer looking than this, and it'll fit where you already have a light, and it's dusk to dawn and motion sensor.
So so it has a sensor on the bottom. It has what? These are sensitivity levels.
Sensitivity, and there's also a timer, right? So how long does that light come on for?
Okay.
So this isn't a bad option.
So you could have gotten a nice looking light, except that you didn't already have this.
Well, I didn't. First of all, I'm personally, I don't think that's a nice looking light, right?
So you want to keep your fixtures.
I had the light fixtures, and I wanted to keep.
All right. So what's our choice here then?
Well, all right. So you can get these things. They just screw into where the bulb is, and then you screw a thing in there. This is only dusk to dawn, though. So that turns the light on at dusk and off in the morning. Okay, so it just has a light sensor on it.
Right. And you just screw it into the light bulb on your current fixture. You're ready to go. So if you have a fixture like this is not the one. This is already has the ability, but you just screw it in.
Right, if it'll fit.
Right.
So one of the things I was worried about is how low the bulb comes. Will the whole thing fit in the fixture?
Right, if the bulb's coming out of the globe, that doesn't really work.
It kind of looks dumb. And there's no motion sensor on it. For security lighting, I really think you want motion sensor. Like you want, if someone's walking up your driveway, or you know, the wife and kids come home late at night, you want the light to turn on so they can see getting out of the car.
And you don't want it blaring all the time.
And I don't want it blaring all the time.
Okay.
I like the dark, you know, at nighttime.
You want to startle the predator.
And you're startling someone. All right, so here's what I came up with, Paul. I came up with sort of a combination of my nice custom light fixture.
So you have a nicer fixture that doesn't have the controls like this one
Like
does.
my fixture, probably, I don't know, it was a couple $100 just for each fixture outside. They were fancy schmancy. So I didn't want to get rid of them. So, but I wanted this.
Right, you wanted all the controls that this light has.
I wanted all of the controls that both these had.
Yeah.
So what I found is you can buy this sensor by itself.
Okay.
And then I bought a box. I can put this up in the eave.
Okay.
Where it's unobtrusive. And because I was just doing the lights on the outside of my garage, on the front, on the side, and on the back, I could wire that into a box. The wiring was easy because it's the garage. It's all exposed on the inside.
Okay.
And this just goes in like a switch. So I just run the wire from the light to here, and then back to the light.
Now, are these all separate pieces? Did this come together?
No, these were all three different things. So I bought a box.
So this is the box. This goes on the inside of this housing of the house?
This goes on the outside.
Oh, it goes on. So it's surface mounted.
It's a surface mount. I could have gotten a recessed box as well.
So this is meant for exposure. It's surface mounted.
Weather resistant.
Okay.
And I got a cover for it.
So this goes on. It has its own gasket. It has plugs for the extra holes that you don't need.
Right. And then I just mount this on there. Now this is a little bit ugly, but it's up in the eave, so it's not very visible.
And you don't have to put it with the light. You can
That's right.
The light could be down over your garage, but this could be up above in the eave or over the side.
So I've got my light, I've got 2 garage doors, and the light, it's like this big fancy carriage light right in between the 2 garage doors. But I mounted that all the way up top, maybe 12, 14 foot up.
Okay.
So it's not right there with the light.
So you just have some wiring to do because you have to run this in line with your light. So it goes from the source to this, then to your light. It's essentially a switch. It turns it on and off.
It's essentially just like a switch. That's how it's wired. So now I got to keep my lights, but now I've upgraded them to have dusk to dawn motion sensor.
Now, was this easy to find? Did the big box stores have this?
Yeah,
is it around?
They sell it as a replacement for these.
Okay.
But then it works with boxes like that.
Right, because it's really just a separate, it's all this is, like you said. Great, thanks for the tip. And there you have it. You can keep your nice light fixtures, but still have security lighting.
All right, thanks for watching.